What's up, guys? Crippled by Joe here, back with another video. I'm here with Brent today, and we are going to talk about some techs and some options for the Superheavy Samurai Spright build. And let's start off because Brent doesn't have a lot of time today, so we'll just make it a quick 10-minute video, hopefully, and we'll take it from there. So let's start, Brent, with the Superheavy Samurai Wagon.
Alright,
What?
so what's nice about Wagon is a starter, so like you can grab Soul Piercer, start your combo like normal and just link it off, or you can search an extender. Generally speaking, we don't play that in the Sprite build because you just don't need to,
Yeah, we
and it
already have 9.
costs a lot for like flex spots, but
Yeah,
really good to add cards like Soul Piercer, Soul Claw,
yeah,
going right next to it.
that's
Really
the
good to
next
grab
guy.
that. And that's good for like helping you with like certain synchros, like if you want to play something like Barkion if you want. Or you can grab the one a little bit further on the right, Soul Gaia, the one with the OCG text above it.
Oh yeah, this one. So okay.
And that helps you either play more rank fours or go for rank fours that have more higher investment, like Alimbertion, to search something like Mask of Restrict, for instance, if you really don't want to get Lava Golem or Spear Mode.
Yeah, yeah. Super Heavy Samurai Transporter.
So this is a fun card. You can use it to tribute itself and give your opponent a monster, and then draw a card. So the monster you often would want to give your opponent, and like funny YouTube videos would be like Yajiro Invader. But the competitive option would be something like Arcjet or Snowplow.
Yeah. Um,
You might want to hover over those.
Snowplow. Where are those cards?
Uh, they're in the middle-ish second row.
The second row. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the
those two
Snowplow.
right there. So
Also,
the issue with Snowplow is it's big. So if you put like a Baron in defense position, they can attack over your Baron, but they'll still be locked to machines. And then the issue with ArcJet is what you got. It's a little bit less of a restrictive thing. It says machine XZs,
yeah.
but I think ArcJet's a bit better personally because you could just overlay on top of your sprint, put all your monsters in defense, and it has 0 attack, so they can't attack over anything.
Yeah.
ArcJet says, by the way, the last line of text is what matters.
Yeah.
It
This.
says you can't summon anything but machine XZs. And the way you search this is your Cleafor genius.
Yeah. Instead of your regular shoe searches, this is like this goes hand in hand with the transporter guy. So
Yeah.
this is like what I would want to call it an FTK because like you know no other decks really run machine X XYZ
It's a
monsters.
lot like Branded with Expulsion.
Yeah, this is literally an FTK against Renet. Like they cannot play
Oh,
anymore.
and you also draw a card for free because
Yeah.
why not?
All right. Time Thief or Time Thief.
Thief. Thief is really good because while his lock does lock you whenever you summon him by his own effect, if you summon him off of something like Scarecrow, the Link one, or
Yeah.
Soul Peacemaker, he does not lock you then. And something very dumb about this card is its summoning condition that locks you. It's an effect, not a part of the summoning condition. So if they have skill drain up and you summon this, it does not lock you to pop that skill drain with it.
So that's good.
Very weird card.
Very old cards. Nice ruling to know though. Really,
Yeah.
really nice ruling to know that you can get a lot, can get a lot of people
Oh,
off
he's not
guard
once
with
per
this
turn
card.
either.
Yeah, but you can also pen summon him, so you don't have to have the
You can't pin
restriction.
summon him. He's a level 10.
Oh yeah, yeah, you cannot. Yeah, true. I forgot. Anyway, it's a really good card. Really, really good
Yeah.
card. Goliath. I think everyone knows what Goliath does nowadays.
Yeah, great off of Mannequin Cat and good in the mirror match because Earth. Yeah, just good card.
Yeah, these were some tech options that we had and we looked into, and Chaos Hunters also.
Chaos
I think.
Hunter, good against things like Branded, Cashiera, etc. Just really good
Yes.
to summon off of Manny.
Yeah. Uh, Pancratops.
Pancratops now. That is probably the best mannequin
You
cat
actually
card in the
convinced
game.
me. You actually convinced me to play this. Like, it's
Yeah,
actually
dude, you
really
can
good.
pin summon this
You
card.
can pen
You
summon it.
can draw it first, second. You can
Yep.
get it off mannequin cat. It's crazy.
You do not even you don't even care about opening it for going first because you just pen summon this thing. So
Yeah,
yeah.
or you can just discard it even. You can
Yeah.
just get from the graveyard with mannequin cat too.
Yeah. True. Mm. So
The Cyberstein now is a little bit more gimmicky. So you could get something like Exterio Rexstrom or
yeah.
what's it called? Dragoon,
We also
all
had this
that. But
guy.
you're making yourself losing time. You're playing a card that's only really good going first. You're playing into hand traps. It's a very gimmicky line.
To be honest, Jesse Cotton had he showed this first, but you did it at the early stages of your testing. I think you told me,
Yes, this was
and
very early in testing.
this combo is cute, but you cannot do this combo in time, like when you're getting close to time. But if you can, this is like an FTK, I think. If you pair it together with a Baron, you can probably win that game right away, because they
The
probably
issue is it
cannot
loses
out
to a
it.
lot as well.
Yeah,
Like they have, say, a kaiju, the
yeah, or
Kurikara.
Dark Ruler no more.
They
It's game
have
over.
Dark Lord more. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. It just loses to so much. It's just too much of a gimmicky play.
Yep. And if they out this with the Dark Ruler no more, you have 3k life. Just takes a little bit to kill you and it's done.
Yeah.
Regulus.
Regulus, you just regularly search this in your normal line.
Yeah, with the Clifford Genius. Pretty good. Pretty solid.
So in
Ancient
pure
Gearbox.
super heavy builds, there's some tech options that are mainly centered towards pure builds. Gearbox is one of them. You can use this to grab something like a Soul Claw if you're playing that. So, and then
Yeah.
you can pin summon this and get the Soul Claw later on. It just
Yeah.
gets you, it's two materials for one search, basically.
Yeah.
Really nice card.
So just before we started the video, you talked about this card with me for a
Yes, so
small ads.
Pathfinder, you can search this off of Gear Gimmicks just like the Cyber Sign and do this before your pin summon. And if you do that, you can search something like Generator Boss Stage. I know that's Cope, but still. You can search Necro Valley. You can search Union Hangar for ABC variants, which actually does matter. You can search Waterfront and then special summon your kaiju that you search off of it with Saryuja.
Yeah.
And this puts all the negates it has online, so you have 5 Omni negates with it.
Yeah,
And you
it's pretty
can't
sick.
be kaiju because you have a kaiju. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I'm actually interested to see that more when you come back from vacation. This looks
And the card on
very
the
awesome.
left of the kaiju as well. That's another way you can search field spells as well. So you would have to grab this off of a different card called Beyond the Pendulum. But basically, when it's been summoned, you it searches a field spell and then discards a card. So technically, you could discard your angler if you're really into that.
Wait, this search is a field spell?
Yeah, last effect.
Oh Jesus, that's very strong.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So you just spend summon it and you use the effect, I guess.
Yep, exactly. It also has a protection effect, but don't worry about that. That doesn't matter.
All right.
And then
We
you have
already
a
covered this. We covered this. This too. Tell me.
Yeah. So Eccentric's a better card, but basically it's MST that's also Exiled Force. So you could MST something, pin summon it back, Exiled Force something if you really want to. But it's just MST because the deck can't play spells for the most part. And then Garuda is also MST. It's basically a worse version of Eccentric, but you're cycling through your hard ones per turn. So that's the whole reason it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, I found this very niche. I'm probably not gonna play it. This card.
Yeah. In the side deck right now, you have about 3 spots that realistically could be anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, I guess. Lobster Trap words, yeah, spell.
And the next, my favorite card, because it's not optimal, but it's fun to bully branded players.
Oh god.
This, you can search off a Clearport Genius, and then when you tribute summon it, because there's a no normal summon line, you can tribute summon it.
Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Yes, don't tell them. You can search Ash Bros. You can search Ash. Oh, that's so dumb.
But here, right after it is the more optimal line. Just search fucking Spell Canceller.
Mhm.
Just search this card, my man.
Summon
This
it
card
from
is just straight
thing.
up better. Like it turns off all spells, turns off things like Dark Ruler no more, and
Well,
Friends. Like it's just so much better.
yeah, you just summon this off Soryuja and you laugh at your opponent. Fenrir.
Yep. Fenrir is crazy in that like we all know Fenrir is good, but what's useful about Fenrir specifically in this deck is you can pin summon the second copy. So
I'm
if you
actually
want
thinking
that
about
as an
running
extra
this one.
body,
Yeah.
yeah. If you want the extra body, you could use his link material if you need. You can also use his discard fodder for the Scarecrow. That way, you always keep that extra card in hand. You could also do the most baseline and go for the Odd Eyes Absolute like XC, and then link that off for Vortex, which is an Omni Negate. Like it's really gimmicky, but hey, you could do it.
It works. It's funny.
Yeah,
I'm actually probably gonna think about running two of these. I think.
yeah. Fenrir is a crazy card.
No, I don't think I would play three, but I would play two. I think.
And then you have Secret Village, all the field spells you can search.
Yeah, with the
Secret Village
Planet
is an
Pathfinder.
alternative line if you don't want to play the spell canceller. The issue with going for Beyond the Pendulum over Genius is it turns off your Baron technically. I mean
Yeah,
temporarily, so they can nib you at a bad time.
yeah. So this is probably not the way. Massacre 6. We just.
We went through that. You can search that off of your Alan Bersha if you go for
Yeah,
the wagon line.
yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure,
Come
yeah.
across
Now these
really good in the
things.
deck. It helps you revive your floodgates if they kaiju it. So say they kaiju spell canceller, just bring it back.
Now Brent
Works
told
really
me.
well with your next card as well, Testudo, that you
You,
can get after you dump it from deck. But you can also revive with Baron if you don't have access to your double
yeah,
cross.
you
Great spell
said
trap.
something about like this is like not needed at all, but like it is true.
Yeah,
It is not
yeah,
needed,
it's not
but
really.
it's funny. It's
It's
actually
really
funny.
good in Spear Mode, Lava Golem, and
Yeah,
basically every deck. It's just you put up a fucking good board already, and even if they
true.
Lava Golem you still have a crazy board.
Yeah, I
It's just
mean
really if they Spear Mode you, then it's like it gets a little bit dicey then. But even then, your board's crazy and you have hand traps
this feels like a win more, like
for the most
absolutely
part.
win
Yeah.
more. Yeah. But would I still play it at locals? Yes,
He said, "Fuck yeah,
probably will. I probably will because it's funny. All right, we have
yeah."
Har.
Just a really good card to get off of the boss stage thing. But like I said, a bit cope.
Yeah. All right,
The next
so
card is the most cope though.
yeah, like I saw this tweet on GGYGO and I talked to Brent about it, and he said like it's just bad, but like yeah,
Yeah, this it basically just lets you put your spell traps in the banished pile instead, so you can use spell traps technically. But
yeah,
by the time you get access to this, the effects that lock you, if you have a spell trap in graveyard, are already used. So it's
yeah.
very good.
All right, so we have so not good. Don't run it. Just saying.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
just Julia. That's a really cool card. So they have a Link 3 recently.
I also put it in here. I think. No,
Yeah,
I
it's the
didn't.
last card.
It's the
Last
last
card
card.
your side.
Last card in my. Oh yeah, here. I put it in. I listened to you.
Yeah. So basically says pendulum monsters you summon to its zone can't be negated, and it also has an omni negate if you have a what you call it odd scaled dream mirror, not dream mirror, sulfur card in your pen scale, and then you can summon it after you negate that thing. And then Cooley has an effect that's like a bad trident.
Mm,
If you're like, how do you get this in your scale? After you pen summon, you have to either use something like Beyond the Pendulum Pop or like Baron Pop to get the Big Ben out of the zone. Summon it
yeah.
there.
All right, some side deck options. Denko Sueka.
Dingo Seka's crazy. The downside is past the first game, they're gonna play around it. They're just gonna flip their floodgates immediately,
Yeah.
and then you'll either be wasting extra slots on back row than you need to, or they or be drawing like cards that's unnecessary that does nothing. So like drawing Denko versus a flip floodgate is pretty useless.
Yeah.
Like it's good until they know about it.
Yeah, basically.
And if the format becomes like, hey, everybody's playing Denko, then everybody's going to be playing around it.
Yeah, probably. uh, Sphere Mode, and Lava Golem.
So Spirit Mode and Lava Golem are really good against like pure super heavies and pretty good against this deck as well. The issue is, yes, you could still do your combos after you use up your normal summon on that. The downside is your combos are a lot more vulnerable to hand traps at that point. So
Yeah.
while you can run the card, I don't like running it unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, we need to see how the format shapes up to begin with.
Exactly.
We cannot like already assume stuff is gonna happen. Like we can
Yeah.
predict it, but we cannot assume it's gonna.
Ghost
Ghost Ogre.
Ogre,
It's really good in
solid
the
card
mirror.
versus the deck.
Yeah.
It's one of the few cards that trades 1-for-1 against super heavy cards. Just using a Wakashi, stop that entire line.
Yeah. If you stop the Wakashi with the Ghost Ogre, it's pretty much good
Yeah,
job.
they need a lot more extenders to keep going then.
Yeah. Lancia.
Lancia, great against branded, great against cashier, great against evenly matched. Good card.
Yeah. Yeah. Run it in your site in with this build, I think. Contact C.
Retaliating Steam. My
No, it's
favorite card against
no, it's
cashier
Contact C.
and branded.
It's Contact C. Contact C.
Oh wow, I always get the names wrong.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's a really good card though.
Yeah,
So
but like
if
I
you
feel
don't know
like
when to use it, you
yeah.
want to use it after Theosis resolves for context.
Okay. I never feel like I know the correct like
That's just something you gotta learn over time. Get
yeah,
used to it.
probably. Yeah, probably. Like I think if this card is in the hands of a good pilot that knows exactly when to drop this thing, I think this is insane. But if you have no clue when to drop it, you should not run this card. Yeah, just
Yeah,
don't
I'd say
don't
that's
blindly
fair.
put it in your side deck if you don't have the experience or knowledge about the card. Just don't do it.
Here's a bad card that he forced me to put in there.
These two.
Reproductus allows you to play a toad if you want to play hard enough. You commit so many resources, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, it's probably not good, but it's funny, and why not? We
Yeah,
can mess around. So Yuja,
you need that
it's
to
her
be able to
key
special
roll.
summon
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the
it's
art jet and all that.
yeah the
And
Arc Jet and the spell
oh my
cancel.
bad, not art jet. What am I saying? My
No, no,
brain.
no. Yeah,
Spell
yeah,
canceller.
yeah, spell cancel. We need this card to enable this card, basically.
Also, something
Uh,
fun about the next card, the Alpha League 3, because it says your pin monsters can't be negated, the ones that points to, if you use the new Zark trap, the one that summons Zark and negates its effects, you can board wipe your opponent for free because it just summons to its zone and then it can't be negated the effect that board wipes your opponent. It's really based.
yeah, it's really good actually. Um, by the way, don't forget when you summon spell cancel from Soyuja, spell cancel becomes 2100 because of the added attack and defense
Yep.
from Soyuja. So don't forget when you do that. Um, Ancient Gear Ballista.
That adds your Ancient Gearbox. It also has another effect that's useful for FTKs, but nothing for Sprite.
Clifford Genius enables adding Canceller and Regulus.
Also, it outs Floodgates, which is very, very useful on there.
Yeah, because unaffected.
No, because it has a targets a face-up card and then negates the effect.
It doesn't pop it.
It does not. It just negates the face-up. It's like a hot red, kind of.
I mean, it's good to enable you keep playing until you
Yeah,
set up stuff. You Baron
exactly.
and Baron
And then
pops
you
the
like
thing.
Baron pop it later or just kill them.
Basically, pardon me. Beyond the Pend.
Allows a lot of lines, but it's very vulnerable. Like I said, it turns off your Baron temporarily. So
Yeah, you
I don't
cut
really
this from your
personally
deck.
like it, but a lot of gimmicky decks can play it.
Yeah, you cut it from the deck. I saw that.
Yeah.
Platinum Gadget.
I wish this could special any level machine monster. Anything, because I could just special summon my spell canceller with it. It would be so good.
Yeah, but it only
But
specials
this
a
is
gadget.
mainly for things like special summoning ABC pieces, special summoning what's it called, Planet Pathfinder.
Hmm.
Like there's things it could be used for. It's just pressing that it can't do any level.
Yeah. Gear. Oh yeah, sprint. Sprint dumps.
Well,
What does sprint
anything but
dumps?
plus a level 2 makes that, yeah.
I mean, sprint can dump the bike, and then you can Send the
That doesn't
bike
do
back.
anything.
I mean, you can make barons if you're like if you don't have a bike, but like
The
whatever.
only time that would really come up is like if you already have like both anglers in hand, so you can't do anything, and then you hard drew a scales. So
Yeah.
then maybe late game you want to revive it. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
this
reaching in,
card.
man.
Yeah, I mean, this card is just there for like if you open additional level 2 or whatever, you can just keep this guy on the field and you don't have to use Gigantic for it. So it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Most of the time you don't want to use him as material.
It's just an additional interruption, I guess. Bakushka. Oh, Gear Gigant. We already talked about this. You can add the gearbox or you can add the what's it called? Cyberstein, all that stuff.
Yep, has a lot of targets.
Baguska, if you get shifted, you just yeah,
You could sit on this if you want. You could still
yeah,
make a board, but you could sit on this. You could do the
yeah,
same thing if you get drolled. And it's also very useful going second to go like bike, pitch itself, grab scales, revive bike, increase the level, make
yeah,
Baguska an attack position, which has like targeting and destruction protection. And
yeah.
then you make Zeus.
Pretty good. Alan Bershon, have three
This searches
materials, search mask or restart.
like anything. This just enables a lot of gimmicky shit.
Yeah, just make sure you're protected from kaijus and all that good stuff. Uh, Oda is
That's the
Absolute
whole
Dragon.
Fenrir gimmick we were talking about.
Yeah, 2 level 7s. Yeah. And then you can special out the yeah this
The
thing.
vortex.
Yeah. Toad, we talked about this. Super Heavy
Yep.
Samurai Ogre Shuten Doji. Do I say that
So
correct?
this is something if you have this extra space you can play. It's just Feather Duster.
Oh, okay.
It's just Feather Duster, and you can easily make it.
Yeah, it's level 6. That yeah, that's pretty easy to
Yep.
make it. Yeah.
Stardust is
Stardust,
really good
right?
with the Excel. If you want to play around them being bad with their Nibiru, it works there.
Yeah.
It's just you don't really need to. It's fine to play.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's not really needed, but you can.
And then the
Uh,
fine targets.
Rexstrom and Exterio are just Cyberstein targets. Yeah. All right. Well, this covers this really fast. Thank you, Brent, again for being here, and I hope you have a
No
nice
problem.
holiday. Not a nice holiday in Texas.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was it. If you guys have any more questions, comment them down below. I'll just relay with Brent and we'll just answer it like that. I'm gonna try not to poke him too much while he's on holiday because everyone deserves a holiday. Anyway,
It might be a good idea to like put on the video where I have like the standard line in the
mhm.
description. That way people can get used to the deck.
Yeah. You uploaded that right to your
Yeah, I'll
channel.
send it to you.
Yeah. I will pin it down in the comments and when this video gets online, so people can see the standard line, so they don't have to like pew, 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 go through everything again. No, that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. Crippled by Joe and Brand signing out. Peace.